Hey guys, can you let me know if the mic sounds alright? I did get a speaker, so if I have any guest people on the stream, just want to make sure it's not overlapping my voice. You guys, let me know how this sounds. If it sounds alright, we'll get started on this watch list. All right, so good, no overlapping. All right, cool, awesome. All right. So far this morning, I did have one trade on ACRS. I'm still in a half my position. I got in this right around here as we made this higher low. Sort of volume slowly increasing on this one. I had this first pullback back down to our EMA lines, and I did take some long here at this 186, 187 level. Sold some into the pop after I saw a huge wall there at $2. Had a lot of resistance there too, some big sellers. So I took some at 197 for a 10-cent gain. Didn't meet my risk reward. Wanted over two, but I'm still holding half size here on ACRS. My stop now is probably at break even, at this like 186 mark on ACRS. So gonna be holding on to that position on ACRS. I'll have my stop at break even. Hopefully, you get a pop over two, and I could look to take the rest. ACRS this morning do have a higher flow at 36 million, but you guys see this jumps out here 97%. Uh, Yahoo Finance also has at 97%, so we have a very high amount of institutional ownership. Short float 10%, not too bad, nothing crazy though. And we did have a positive phase three, which is very strong news. So we have strong news, large amount of institutional ownership, doing good volume in pre-market, and we got to see how it carries over to the bell. You got to see how the volume looks at open. You got to see how the price action looks at open. But you guys watch the tape here. Each dip soaked really hard here. 170s soaked, 170 soaked, 170 soaked. Finally shorts through in the towel. Started covering a bit more, put in a higher low, and that's the single that gave me. That's that long single right there that it gave me on ACRS. And I had a small little winner, but just holding the rest. We'll see how this plays out at open. We could see like a weak open pullback. Have support at 175. So 175 is gonna be our line this morning. So we gotta see. We want to see this line hold. So if you do get a weak open out of the gates, could see a bounce off here, and then a reclaim and push. So yeah, we'll see what ACRS does at the open. It's gonna need a lot. It's gonna need some better volume for this one to really get going, since it's a higher float. It's gonna require much higher 1 minute volume bars to really push today. All right, so let's get into the next play. CAPR. Let me just put ACRs at the bottom here on my screen. All right, so CAPR was watching this one for a long single. This is a micro float here on CAPR. Poseidon in chat did mention they have a smaller ATM on ACRS, so we could see some dilution in play this morning. So we do have to be cautious on that. And we did see it this morning. We saw each pop getting sold into versus ACRS. Each dip was being bought up. You didn't really see that here on CAPR. We did kind of form like an ascending triangle pattern here, but just each pop just got sold into very hard. You could see a heavy selling volume here into this pop. So we definitely had some unloading this morning, and overall price action volume was weak. Look at these bars. Volume bars very light, very light, very light. Each pop was sold into, so price action was weak, volume was weak, so there was no trade. Even though it does have a lower float with a news catalyst, no, it doesn't matter because the price action, the volume were poor. So there was no long single. And for a short, it didn't really have too much meat on the bone. It was only up like 26, 27%. So I wasn't really considering that short. I mean, you could have, but personally, I didn't take it. So I mean, this one, we could look for some sort of pop out of the gate. Volumes week, we could look to take a short into, pop. Maybe this is 325, 350 mark. Depending on how the volume looks, we could look to take a short on CAPR for some more downside. Check out the daily chart here. It does look like we have some room to the downside, not a lot. So it's wouldn't be anything crazy, but we'll take a look at it into pops. We'll see how the volume looks. on CAPR, but not seeing not seeing any long singles so far yet on CAPR. All right, YUMA. This was yesterday. This was the oil play on YUMA. Usually, we like the day twos overextended gap downs for day two shorts. You know, into resistance. But we still got to be careful on YUMA. You know, oil's still hot at the moment, so you know we don't want to fight the trend. You know, if oil's going to continue to be hot, you know, we could see YUMA with a you know, possible day two move on YUMA. And looking at the levels from yesterday, seems like that $6 line is the line that we gotta get over for the bulls to be back in control. Still below that marks, we could have some bag holders yesterday. You know, still holding on to this. So you know, we could look for possible longs depending on how it looks, but you know, I'm always cautious on day two longs or day three longs. You know, I like longing day one. You know, day two and day threes, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of on the long side. So you know, this one we gotta let play out. We gotta see how it looks at open. You know, maybe to do the weak open, you know, walk it back up, curl, or we could get the open push, pop and fade. So YUMA, we really gotta see how this one plays out. You know, I don't really have any strong bias, you know, long or short on this one on YUMA. The borrows are way too expensive, so I can't even short it either way. So you know, we got to see how it looks on YUMA. All right, that's gonna be it for the morning watches. Those are my three top watches this morning. So if you guys have any other tickers. Yeah, bike, you know, high institutional ownership's a very bullish thing. So you guys can see ACRS, you know, 97%, a very large amount. Can't get much higher than that. Let's see SAX for a short. Yeah. You know, I'm still being cautious on these oil names, Ricky. You know, I'm still being cautious on these oil names. You know, we don't know what the price of oil is going to do today. So I'm still being a little cautious on it. Does have some, it has a little room to the downside. Maybe into a pop for some more downside. We'll see. Yeah, stock buy. I kind of agree with you. I'm not seeing anything like jumping out this morning, and nothing I'm in love with this morning. You know, I took that ACRS trade. You know, I wasn't expecting anything crazy out of it because it's very high float, but made a few bucks on it. I saw DRRX, you know, had strong news. I think they had positive data on DRRX, but another one higher in float. But did have a nice move for a higher float stock, you know, when the news did come out. Vizu. All right, so ACRS coming down to my entry here. So may break even on the rest if it does come to my entry here. So I was keeping an eye on that one. So we'll keep an eye on it, see what it does. Other than that, looking like a little bit on the slower side this morning. A little bit on the slower side. You know, we'll see if we got any scanner plays. See if anything else sets on up. But right now, I'm not too in love with, you know, any particular play at the moment. Vizu has a headline. Another one higher in float. So it looks like we have some of these higher in float stocks this morning. You know, ACRS 36 million, Vizu 23 million. ACRS, I have a mental stop. So, once I see like 186 on the bids, I'll just hit my hotkey to to sell. Yeah, we'll keep Vizu on watch. Keep it on the back burner. Did go on a nice move here on 6-10. So you're saying it moves well for its foot? We could definitely keep it on watch. For any new viewers watching the stream, we do this every day, Monday through Friday, 8:45 to 11 a.m. Eastern. If it's a little slower, we may end things early, but like I said, we do this every day, and we also do have a Discord chat. Links down below in the description. 100% free. No monthly payment. So if you guys haven't, go check out our Discord chat. Morning, Dreambox. Vizu giving a lot back there. And if you guys don't mind, let me know. I'm probably gonna look to do another video this week. I'm trying to put out maybe like one a week. So if you guys don't mind letting me know any sort of video you want me to do. Could be a recap. Could be trying to put out maybe. I just played myself from my monitor. My bad. Yeah. So if you guys don't mind letting me know. If we can't think of anything good, I'll probably just do a recap. Maybe recapping my trade from yesterday on YUMA, or maybe like recapping like all my trades from the week. So if you have any ideas, just fire away. And Dennis is messing me. All right, so we get Dennis back on. You just DM me. I think he's ready. So I'll try out these new speakers. Hopefully there's no issues. See if it works. Video on lines. Not a bad idea. Video on lines. How I map out my lines. Pre-market long. Patterns. Some good ideas. I'm going to write these down. Not a bad idea. Video online. Hey, what's up, Dennis? Dennis, you there? Hello? Hey, Dennis, can you hear me? Hello?
Nick, what's going
Hey, can you guys hear Dennis? I have him on my speakers here. Just want to make
on?
sure everything sounds good.
I did. Oh yeah, we're good.
Oh, we're good? Awesome. Alright, so we got Dennis back on. Sweet. Looks like the speakers are working. I was a little skeptical. Usually I have speakers like through my monitor, but I guess this monitor didn't have speakers. Dennis's volume's higher than mine. Maybe I'll lower him a little bit here. Dennis, you want to try speaking one more time? I don't know if he could hear me.
My volume.
Dennis, you want to try speaking again just to make sure everything's good?
Yeah, brother. Is that better now?
How does that sound, guys? A little too low, or is that good?
I'm just hearing the delay between the live stream and your voice, but it's not that big. It's like 5 seconds, 10 seconds max.
Alright, so everything sounds good? Alright, sweet. Just saying if it sounds good, Dennis. Alright, so let's lock in now. We got 2 minutes to market opens.
Perfect is perfect.
Still sitting in ACRS right now. Yeah, hoping we get this morning gap and go on it. If not, I do have my stop at break even. CAPR slowly creeping on up.
Beautiful.
Amen to
Yeah,
that,
brother.
stock
You had a good
block.
trade?
Yeah, if I don't see anything set up, I won't take any trades. Same on you. Same with you, stock block. Don't force anything either.
Somebody wants a video. Oh, perfect. Market's open. All right, we're live.
Alright, I'm back. Apologize, guys. Alright, let's see. ACRS. ACRS gonna break even here in the rest. Alright, so small little winner there on ACRS. Could definitely keep going, but just want to break even there. Did come to my average. I don't know if this is going to continue to pull back deeper. So I just want to play it safe there. I could always re-enter if it sets back on up. Let's see, CAPR not doing much right now. Dennis, what are you watching anything? You liking anything better than others? Yeah, so you guys know once the support's back there 175.
Watching CAPR right now around that 305 mark, $3 mark. See what it does because it got soaked there three times. So I want to see if it curls.
On what place?
YUMA I'm also
CAPR?
looking at right at that 470s previous day resistance. Previous day support. Trying to see if it'll curl from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Yuma's near SSR levels too. Down 9% right now. His mic is louder. I'll lower him a little bit on my end. You guys see big order there on ACRS. 190K shares there. But a lot of selling pressure since we opened on up on ACRS.
What's going on with ACRS? Are you seeing this?
So you guys are seeing that. You guys are saying there's some issues going on with Dennis's voice. So if you guys don't mind, let's go through it today. I'll probably rewatch the live stream, see what's going on, and we'll definitely get a fix for tomorrow. Yeah, huge selling pressure on ACRS. You don't want to get involved with this. Yeah, you guys see that these huge bidders are just getting chewed out. Look at that.
Nick, if you want, we can go back to the WhatsApp call that we had if that worked for yesterday until we figure it out.
Do you want to do that, Dennis? So CAPR getting crushed. Vizu. Alright, Dennis. Alright, guys. I have to kick Dennis out of there. For now. We'll get it figured out. I definitely want to have Dennis on. I want to have other guests on the stream in the future. So we'll get that figured out. Apologies about that. Yeah, I hope it's on his end. I just bought these brand new speakers for like $100, so hope it's not the speakers. All right, so let's see. We got YUMA. So we got YUMA week open, trying to bounce off this 470 mark. But we're gonna need a little bit better volume before we can get involved with YUMA here. But we could see this make this red to green move. So here's YUMA making this red to green move right now. So we did get that week open that we talked about. Now slowly starting to curling up. Pretty strong green candle right now. We'll see if 5 can start the base. But you guys can see we have large spreads. Let me throw up another level 2 for you guys. ACRS has yet to crack that 170 line, but just a lot of selling pressure so far on ACRS. There's MDGS that a little bit of a hit on the scanners there. Still very light volume. They did have a 6K, I believe. I posted that link over in Discord. Nathan, I'll catch you later. So yeah, ACRS still in play. Once that 175 line cracks, I think it's game over there. So still holding that line. Yuma starting to put in some new highs here. Line. So you guys see things are a little slow right now. You're not seeing anything I'm too in love with. There's Yuma. We'll see if that could hold $5 or not. But just made a doji star and then a pretty nasty red candle there on Yuma. At the same time, this is not something I would want to short on Yuma. Sub 1 million float stock. Oil is still hot, so I don't want to short that. It's not your normal day 2 stock on Yuma. So I don't want to get involved in the short side on that one. ACRS, a lot of selling pressure out of the gates. Let's see, CAPR kind of dying on off. So going through all these top gainers, going through all these stocks, I'm not seeing anything I'm too in love with at the moment. NTEC, you guys are talking about.
Yeah, that was some big volume, 1.5 million.
NTEC here, 33 million float, 40% held by institutional owners, held by institutions. Let's see, check out the intraday chart. Yeah, ACRS cracking now.
Testing that, yeah.
So we're just looking around right now. No trades since the market opened. Had one trade on ACRS this morning in pre-market. OPTT, nothing.
Look at that NTC. NTC's got that rejection candles, huge selling.
Yeah, guys, look. Each time it gets over 150, it's forming an upper wick. See that? Dennis said. See, I had that high volume soak there.
Both times.
We'll see what happens this time, but it had that high volume soak. That first attempt, heavy selling pressure. Now we'll see what it does on this candle. If it has a double top here with an upper wick, could definitely mean the end of NTEC.
Yuma definitely had a nice pop, but man, that was so hard to enter that perfectly.
Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't even have shorted ARCS. 90% institutional ownerships, phase 3 news. That's sounds like a death trap on the short side. Even though it is looking extremely weak right now, price action and volume on the bearish side, but still couldn't even have gotten that short if I wanted to. What's going on with oil, guys? Oil's having a big pullback. You know anything about that, Dennis?
No, I didn't look into that. What's going on? Let me hop on Finviz, see what's going on with that. Markets open up green. Crude oil, I don't know. It's down 1%. It's still holding that 62. 60s, 62s. On the futures charts.
DRIP drip up 11%. Yeah, so some of you guys are saying it's cracking, some of you guys are saying it's up. So I'm not really sure right now.
What's NTEC doing?
And TEC it's trying to hold this 150 mark.
It's definitely got room to move if it can move, but
Yeah,
like
it does have this
volume's been done.
does have this gap up to this 290 mark. The daily's kind of in this wedge pattern here, breaking above the 50-day. Do like that gap to fill, but
I'm seeing on the daily, the volume has been trending down. Like over the last 3 days, it's been decreasing every day, less and less and less. So whoever bought that position they're not coming in with the strong pressure anymore.
See if there's any sort of headline on it. Not seeing anything here on E-Trade.
Yeah, thoughts on ACRS short at the 175 if it rejects?
ACRS short. I can't do it.
Is there any meat there? Like, there's really nothing, like 20 cents at best?
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too. And you're shorting a stock that has No, I mean you could see like 150s, 140s today, but you're shorting a stock with 90% institutional ownership.
Getting risky business.
And it has phase 3. It had phase 3 news this morning. Some of the strongest catalysts you could have. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Spells trouble for shorts, even though it does look weak right now. Still spells trouble for shorts.
Just doesn't look like it's strong, Like
I know it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's strong, but there's just certain factors and certain plays that you gotta avoid on the short side, and those are two of them. Phase 3 and high institutional ownership.
That's a no-no.
That's a big no-no. Yeah.
That's a no-no for your money. See, brother, this is perfect, man. I was just telling to my girlfriend yesterday. I was like, bro, how lucky I am to have Nick. I asked the stupidest questions. So the chat doesn't have to. You don't judge me. You just answer them for me. It's the best thing that ever happened to me, bro.
Dude, I don't mind. I'll answer any questions.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This is years of discipline versus, bro. How long has it been? When did I meet you guys? It hasn't even been a year that I've started trading, right?
I think it's been close to a year, if I had to guess. I think I met you a month into when we first started the streams.
Yeah.
We have US.
I think around November time. Yeah, it's around October, November time I started trading, so it'll be a year soon, dude. Fuck, man. It's not easy, bro. It's not fucking easy. I was listening to the podcast yesterday with Sang Lucci.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, this guy, such an interesting character, especially the 2015 videos before this guy, started to get all, uppity and shit, but, bro, cool guy, man, just telling you straight up how it is. It took me a year and a half to become profitable, so it's man, there's traders out there that have been at it less than me. It's fuck, man, hold it in there, there's eventually you're gonna get it.
Yeah, I told you, man. It took me a year. It took me over a year to actually, make some money. My first year was like a break-even year for me trading. Took me a little into my first year to like start, seeing things and start to develop patterns and strategies, and then I started to become more consistent.
For real.
But most people don't make it past that first year. People
Yeah,
fail from that first year.
yeah, absolutely. But I think that oh shit on NTC huge buying. What is that? On the bids? You might have missed it, but like flash like big orders on the bid.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with this NTCE is. I don't see any news on it.
Um,
Had that big first soak. Now it's back below 150. Floats a little bit on the higher side. Not something I'm too interested right now in NTEC.
yeah, there's nothing from a couple days ago when they started buying it up either. So maybe it's some insider buying or they know something. Um, latest news from yesterday is announces that two posters in support of the company's phase 3 will be presented at the upcoming. Oh, okay, so it's not even.
This is a
It's not really
forward-looking news.
forward news, yeah. It's just talking about phase 3 and an upcoming event in the future. So, yeah,
I could see some buying in anticipation of that news, but it's always a little bit on the riskier side. I like how it has this gap to fill in the daily. It kind of reminds me of VXRX.
mm-hmm.
Like, we just saw that one gap. There's MDGS. Big candle right there in MDGS. Lower float there. Former runner there in MDGS. So we could give this one a look.
Whoa,
This one halted. It doesn't look like it's halted on MDGS, but
up 16%, 17%.
yeah. So we'll give this one a look. Keep an eye on it. Check out the volume. How the volume looks. I did post the news. They have a 6K there in MDGS.
On her, Metagus and IntelliSense Solutions agreed to securities exchange affecting a merger here. I'm going to post that in here.
Looks like it just gave back everything. See that candle, Dennis?
Whoa, that was quick. That's the news on MDGS.
Guys, give me 1 minute. So it kind of looks like chat room just nailed it there on MDGS and just dumped it. NTEC still holding here. Still holding up. Did put in a higher low there on NTEC. Like I said, this daily's a little interesting. It's the first time it's gone over that 50-day moving average.
Probably the best looking thing so far today.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to look into the company a little bit more and see, what's going on with that forward-looking news.
Yeah.
Because we could see this rally, into that, and it does have this gap to fill. Kind of reminds me of that VX. Shoot, I forgot the name. It was like VXRT. No, it wasn't VXRT. Someone posted it this morning in this chat. Oh, Orlando. Nah. I mean, I used to have it on, but I feel like it's kind of annoying. I'm trying to speak and then the voice going on. I mean, you guys could see the scanners anyway. Trying to look. Someone did mention it. 'Cause I talked about it last week. I said this would be a good swing. It's kind of a similar setup. Oh, it's LXRX. LXRX. Mentioned that last week. Mentioned this one last week. LXRX at like 220. It's at $3 now. I was between swinging this one or EROS, and I went with EROS. So you guys can see it's kind of a similar setup, with that gap to fill. This one has a larger gap to fill. So I mean, we could see how it closes off on NTEC. Maybe a possible swing.
Just take a look. I mean, the volumes. If you're looking at volume distribution, like it's coming down.
Yeah, I'm not talking about a day trade on this. I'm saying, looking at the daily chart, has that gap, has forward-looking news.
Oh, to like ride the pop.
Yeah. I've been working on my swing a little bit, on my other account.
Trying to practice some long game and.
Yeah, trying to long some swing setups. Still holding that Euros position.
Yeah. You don't swing on margin though, do you? Just on your own cash? Because you don't want to pay the interest, or?
Yeah. Here's Vizu. Alright, so you got Vizu we'll put Vizu on the top level too, actually. Vizu kind of looks like the crowded play of the day so far. This is where all the traders are right now on Vizu. Alright, so we got Vizu and NTEC.
It's good news, but receives regulatory approval and begins shipping smart glasses. Not bad.
Oh, this is the glasses one.
Yeah.
Got approval for the glasses.
Yeah, they started shipping them. Floats 26 mil. Inside is 29.
You see what the average daily volume is. Sometimes we have these higher floats with like low average volume. They move pretty well.
Average volume is 640.
Alright.
Looking at this one.
Yeah, we'll give Vizu a look.
Yeah, here I'll post it in chat for everyone if they just want to go on Yahoo, take a little peek for themselves, get some more intel.
Had that nice little wedge pattern over that 275 mark.
Yeah, NTC is just flagging down. Could have shorted that if you wanted to take some short term. Damn, it's not bad.
ACRS still holding
I
up.
think I'd definitely be interested in it after for Vuzi over 3. If I see a breakout and curl down to the 3s, I think I'd take some long for sure at this point.
They're gonna look for a $3 break.
Yeah. I mean, if you look on the daily, that's just where it looks like the support is. It's not phenomenal, but it's like, I think it's just started with a small feeler size. Definitely keep my eyes peeled though. It's doing good volume. Best days it had recently was like 5 million. So it's at 1.6 right now.
ACRS, and this could do something like T2 did on ACRS. I could see it. You guys remember T2? If you guys look at T2, if you guys look at T2 day 1, it got absolutely crushed out of the gates. T2, and then it just held this 170 mark on T2 on day 1, maybe for like an hour, and it had this sick red to green move. I don't know if you guys remember that. If you guys go back and look at T2 day 1. I could kind of see a similar thing happening. A similar float, 32 million, similar insider ownership. T2 is easy to borrow. ACRS is easy to borrow. So I'm looking at ARCS for a possible curl here. Starting to put in a higher low there. This is why I wouldn't short something like this. I could definitely see this thing trapping, making a red to green move. We know the statistics on it. Know the statistics on it. Know what you're getting yourself into. We know this has a high flow. We know this has a high institutional ownership. It has great news.
How important is insider percentage?
Insider percentage is very, very important. it just shows you that there's big players involved with it. You have these big hitters on it. So
Gotta keep your
they want
keep
it.
your eyes open.
CAPR is also curling.
What's that?
No, someone was saying CAPR is curling.
So you got Vuzi. Guys at ACRS are definitely playing, eh? Trying to catch some longs who just want to take the positions against reverse. Look at this.
Yeah.
Be careful for sure. The CAPR is definitely looking better than ACRS right now. Trying to see what Vuzi does right around this 275.
I'm not the biggest fan of the volume on Vuzi. Not the biggest fan of the volume on it.
2 million?
It's not even that. I look at the baseline volume a lot too. I'm not seeing anything spectacular at the moment. I know that could change, but
What do you mean by baseline?
like the
volume?
1 minute volume bars, I'm not really seeing anything I'm too in love with there on Vuzi. I mean, it can still go, but just for how I trade, I like to see better volume before I get involved with it.
Coming in consistent, yeah. I'm just trying to watch the relation between the buying candles and the selling candles. Trying to see what kind of like how much does it sell, pullback, stuff like that.
CAPR, I'm not really seeing anything there. Just going sideways right now.
It's right into that 72.89, eh? That resistance.
Yeah, I mean I think this one for the squeeze would have got to get over that that 320 mark on it. CAPR still a micro float on it. Still a micro float CAPR. This thing has gone on rips in the past, but I need to see something over 320, a high volume break at 320 for it to go.
Yeah, it's testing. It's testing this 305.
Poseidon just picked up some Vuzi, he said.
Poseidon did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. At 275.
ACRS cracking a little bit here. I was thinking it may pull something like T2 did, but it doesn't really look like it at the moment. Just a lot of selling.
Just want to see how this next one or two candles react on Vuzi here. It's kind of like an indecision point, like it's either going to go one way or another, so. But I mean.
Yeah, we all trade differently. I have certain requirements I need to trade. Which may be different from another trader. Everyone's different. I'm not saying
5 cents. 5 cents for what? 10 cents? Yeah, it's like fuck. That's the problem, brother. When you got a small account like me, it's like you really gotta really make it count, because you gotta really take like minimum 2 to 1, 3 to 1 trades, because you gotta make it count. You gotta beat commissions. It's fucking brutal.
I remember those days.
Fucking savage. I remember those days. This is the guy who made 12K yesterday. Fuck out of here.
Says the same. Dude, it's weird because I paid like $100 for like speakers, and I was like pissed. I was like, fuck, $100. It's different. It's like all like electronic. You see it on your computer, but it doesn't feel real. But then when you actually like hand someone the $100 bill, you're like, it hurts. And I don't like.
Dude, yeah.
I don't like spending money either. So
Yeah, brother, man. Sang was talking about that shit. Like, just because you make fucking however much you make doesn't mean you need to live the lifestyle of a multi-millionaire here.
Yeah. Yeah, LXRX guys, I missed this one. Yeah, missed it. I called it out. I called it out back at like 220 last week at the stream on the stream. I said this one has a nice daily chart. Could look for a swing trade, and I missed it. Congrats to you guys who caught it. I think there's a few guys in chat that caught it on LXRX, but I missed out on this one. Let's see, Euros. Still holding on to Euros, slowly grinding, slow grinder. CAPR stuff there.
Look at that rejection candle there. Sheesh.
Yeah.
That'll tell you what's popping.
Yeah, I didn't. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough meat there to short. I mean, I could have shorted it, but it was only up 8%. You could tell the volume was just too weak on that to get involved in the long side.
Saudi Arabia is restoring oil production quickly. Of course they are.
How's Yuma looking? Yuma, could see that one fade on off on Yuma.
What's going on?
No, I was saying Yuma, saying how Yuma looks.
Oh. Man. Yeah, Poseidon was right. Was it Vuzi? Whatever. Like it's definitely looking interesting, but it's fucking stuck at this 285. Bro. See what you mean about the volume. Tells a story,
Yeah, volume's one of my biggest indicators trading.
And the tape. Can't lie about that shit.
Yeah. I say it every day. Price action and volume. It's king and queen right there.
Yeah. Truth. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing too much. I commentate some of these plays, but I don't think I see worth getting involved. CAPR 280, so this one's giving back a lot.
Fuck yeah, you gotta really trade these like short pre-market to get the most out of them when they trade like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough, man. You want it to like pop and give you something back, but remember a couple weeks ago, like 2-3 weeks ago, like they would just rip up and then like you just see like clear like lower high, like it was just so easy to get in, and I think that's what it comes down to. Like you gotta have that patience to just fucking
To ride it out.
and then and it's like you study other traders and stuff, and it's like
The market, yeah. I mean, the market's always changing. If you remember, like a month or two ago, we're seeing all these plays get annihilated in pre-market. You remember that? But we wouldn't see any plays be pre-market long. So the conditions are always changing. It's like how you adapt to them.
You know what I mean? And then, yeah, man. And then the more I sit there and I watch these trades, I keep seeing the algos. Like I see what they're doing. I see the manipulation. I see like the plays they're trying to do. Like it's just, you can see the way they accumulate the shares and then they dump them, at like 2 p.m. and it's just like, bro, the candles they're dumping are like huge, and it's perfectly timed so that they dump just enough not to get into a circuit breaker hold, and you see that shit, and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
this is just crazy manipulation.
They're just setting up for their exit. That's all they do. They're setting up for their exit. Just trapping longs, trapping shorts, trapping longs, and then set up that exit for themselves.
Fucking rinse, repeat.
Yeah, SAX. Come to saying, oil plays will be a short. Saudi Arabia is restocking, restoring a lot of their oil loss. Yeah, I mean Yuma. I couldn't even take borrows on this. There's no borrows for me. SAX.
What were you getting borrows for?
No, I was gonna say
18 cents a share right now.
For Yuma. For you?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was 20 cents before, man. I was like, fuck no.
I mean, right now Yuma's I'd still need more of a pop to get short into this one. I mean, unless you want to risk off, the highs.
No, it's in a weird pattern right now. It's kind of like lower high, but
It's
higher
lower
low.
highs, but the volume is crap.
Yeah.
You know.
And the pops are less and less, and it coincides with the volume.
All right, so it's 10:06 right now.
What's going on with Fuzi?
It's slow as hell right now. I'm not seeing anything I like, to be honest, guys. You guys have any questions? I'll be happy to answer them now. I know yesterday you guys had tons of questions for me. Wasn't able to get to them because I was in a trade. Right now things are super slow. I'm not seeing anything I like. So I'll be happy to answer some questions now if you guys have any. Yeah, it's just a slow day. It's gonna happen, guys. You know, the market was extremely hot for the past few weeks, you know. It's ebbs and flows of the market. It's not gonna be hot every day. We're gonna have some slow periods. Poseidon's looking to add.
Poseidon saying he wants to add in the 270s for Fuzi in the chat. I'm just trying to look at it.
Yeah, it's just it's not something I like. I mean, but you know, maybe everyone has their reasons, you know.
Yeah, listen, if he's got a trade thesis on it, I mean,
Yeah, you know, as long as you have a trading thesis, you know, trading strategy.
yeah, it's just stop loss and line, brother. You took ACRS for a profit. I got in today pre-market at like 189. Where did I do that? You waited for that second pullback confirmation. I got it a little earlier.
Yeah, I was calling this out. I saw the soaking at 175. You know, soaked every dip. It was soaking too on the ask, but you know, once he put in that higher low, it kind of gave me the conviction to look for a long here, risking this 175, this nice support line here.
Exactly.
Rode it up to 2, saw it was a huge wall, heavy selling there. So I took a safety sell, sold half at 197, and the rest I broke even. So it was a small gain. I think I made like $300 on it, but still a solid day, solid green day.
Yeah, dude, 3 bills is 3 bills, man.
I started trading in 2016, so 3 years ago. Been trading for exactly 3 years and in like 2 months.
Damn. It's just crazy how fast you scaled up, you know. Just like once you get it, once it clicks, once you know what you're doing.
Just give me. I'm gonna grab a drink of water. I'll be right back. APRN here. We'll give this one a look when I come back.
Wow, things popping.
All right, I'm back. Oh, I need a drink of water. Pretty tired today. I don't know about you.
I'm pretty good, bro.
You good?
Yeah, nice.
Nice. All right, let's see. What do you do before trading? I was a high school student. You know, I started trading. I started trading the summer of my last year. I'm in my first year going to college. So I started this right after high school ended. You know, it was my first year getting into trading. So before that, I was a high school student, and I did work a part-time job at a local beach.
What the fuck were you doing at a local beach, bro? Baywatch?
Nah, nah, no, man. I was doing I was a maintenance guy. I was like a busboy. You know, just throwing out the garbages. You know, just helping people. You know, when they need their umbrellas on the beach. You know, I was the guy like twisting the
Nice,
umbrellas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice. It was
like
easy.
Baywatch for a sec, you know? Thought you were like Zac Efron. I was like, nice, dude.
No, man. The what got me into trading? Alex. Alex got me into trading. We first talked about it. I met Alex senior year of high school. Well, I knew of him. Like, you know, it was one of those things like you know this guy, but you know, you never really, you know, never really like talked a lot. So he was in my class senior year of high school, and every day was the craziest thing. He would go to the bathroom at 9:30 for like 4 months in a row every day. And I don't know how the teacher never said anything either. But one day I'm like, "Hey Alex, like what are you doing, man? Every day you go to the bathroom at 9:30. Like what's going on in there?" you know? And he's like, "Oh," and he's like, "Nick, you know, I'm a day trader, you know. The market opens at 9:30, so I got to check my positions, you know, once it opens." And it started from there, you know. I was interested and we talked about it every day. Yeah, and then I opened up my account, you know, a few months later. Paper trading account, obviously. You know, Alex didn't let me trade live yet.
So we get some extra viewers open here.
Let's see, Vizu pushing. Vizu's still holding on up. We'll definitely keep this one on watch.
Yeah. Poseidon said he scaled in at the 270s.
Nice. Golden oil. To be honest, guys, I don't even know like the ETFs or the futures for oil and gold off the top of my head. So you'd have to throw me the tickers. So let's see. What tools do you use for scanners and others? Yeah, I'll run through that. So for scanners, obviously it's just Trade Ideas. For news and such, I'll use Yahoo Finance. For fundamentals, I'll use BAM SEC. I'll check the filings, warrants, whatnot. And then for screeners, I'll use Finviz. You know, this is where I want to screen for stocks using Finviz. Sorry to cover up the standards. I know some of you guys are just here for scanners, and that's cool. And I'll go on screener, and then you have, you know, a whole bunch of stuff you could look up. You could categorize them by float, categorize them by industry, the price. You could look the technical, so it's cool. You know, you could actually like put in like a chart pattern. You could put in like, you know, what stocks at support, what stocks making like a double top. Where'd that go? Singles. That's cool. You know, you can look up head and shoulders, bearish patterns, you know, bullish patterns. You know, Finviz is awesome. I love Finviz. You know, I've been using them since I started trading.
Yeah, Finviz is the shit. They're looking nice.
Yeah, even the free version gives you a lot. I actually didn't even know they had an elite version.
For Finviz?
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Isn't it like live something? Like it'll be like live updates or like.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's delayed a few minutes, but you know, I don't use it for real time data. You know, I just use it for like, you know, looking up. I'll do it at night. You know, I'll look up. All right, what stocks have 80 or plus on the RSI? Maybe that's short potential. What stocks, you know, maybe set up for a swing trading setup, and I'll just go through the plays, and you hover over them, and you could see, you know, what's doing what.
Nice, dude. It's legit. For what? $25 a month? Real time charts. Intraday charts.
George,
Technical studies back to this. Nice,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, George, you got it, man. Thanks.
George, join the Discord, man. Come learn. I'm gonna make money.
BNTC halted. That's very light. Wow, BNTC, very light volume halted. Look at this chart, Dennis. This thing doesn't even trade any volume some days. So you can see, guys, traders are bored right now, like us. You know, traders are bored. You can see some people are pumping stuff around. You know, right now it's really slow.
Up 115%. Jokes. All right. What's the views on this thing?
Let's see the average volume really low. Let's see. It's just
36K.
But yeah, look, this thing's gone from 60 cents to $1.30 on air.
Yeah,
That's on air.
9 million in float. Damn.
This thing definitely trades much lower than that at 9 million. Yeah, cause look at that. The first halt was on 6K. AJ, yeah, for the latest news, I'll use my trade ideas. So you see it has this news symbol right there. So that'll pop up when there's news, or I'll use Yahoo.
Gotta love Yahoo.
BNTC right now, guys, it's halted. You can see it has the halt symbol right here. So I'll put BNTC on the bottom level too for those who are interested. This thing's just too illiquid for me to even get into. It probably trades large spreads. But, if you guys are looking for like a lotto play, that's what it's good for. ACRS, not giving up. Not giving up ACRS.
What are you looking for here?
On
That reclaim of the 175 base, and then a potential long if there's all of a sudden volume coming in.
Yeah, so I want to see that 175 reclaim, a clear higher low to risk off of, with a good volume.
Yeah.
I could definitely, and the target would probably be 2+, to be honest. 2+ on it.
To make into that pre-market push that you
Probably like
you had that wall.
yeah, scale some out 190s, upper 190s, and the rest 2+. This is the only play I'm interested in, guys. To be honest, everything else, I'm not interested in. To be honest, not interested in any of these plays. Maybe ACRS, because this one meets a lot of criteria I have. Besides the float, meets a lot of criteria I like for a long. There's certain parameters I need before I could trade. You gotta have an edge in the market. You can't trade, just random tickers. That's pretty much gambling. Might as well go to a casino. Mark here putting in this wedge pattern here, looking to get over this 130 area, 130 mark. Has a 200 day. Yeah, I see a lot of you guys are asking for like pattern videos. Maybe I'll put out like one pattern. I don't want to give the full playbook away because that's years of dedication. I put into making that. I give you guys a lot of value. Doing these streams every day and stuff. So wouldn't want to give away that full playbook, but I could definitely do like maybe one pattern. Yeah, the playbook's a good book too. You guys should definitely look into that by Mike Belford.
What's going on? What I miss?
Nothing, just chatting up. It's slow, so just answering some questions.
The bane of any server. Of any trader.
What's up?
So when nothing's moving, that's like.
Yeah,
Fucks with your mental.
That's what I'm saying. When things are slow, guys, I like chatting it up here. I don't want to bore you guys to death. So, obviously, when it's hot, I'll be going over the commentary of what's going on, what's moving. But when things are slow, I'll answer questions. We'll chat it up in here.
Yeah.
Here's BNTC on halted. No volume, no liquidity. Basically a lotto. It looks like it's halted to the down. That's crazy, man. Look at that. Halted to the downside on like no volume because it's a 10% move. 10% move to the upside or downside will halt it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a 10% decline right there. So it's halted on the downside, and that's basically lotto play. You don't have to see it go up or down. That's what's gonna happen. That's a great idea, Ricky. That's a good one. I'm definitely gonna write that down. That's a good one. I would have to, I'd probably do for that video, Ricky. I'd probably have to go through my old live streams and see, what days I had like some good calls on some of these pumping plays like BNTC, versus like, a good real liquid stock. It's a good idea. Did this have 3 holds? Yeah. That's a good rule. Yeah. It's, usually when you see that cut out for a second there, guys. Do you guys hear me?
Yeah, we good, bro.
We good? Yeah, that's weird. OBS. I got a message from my OBS saying I got disconnected, but I think we're all good.
Got a question from George. What do you think of the future of trading? 80% of it's automated.
All right, so we're good. Awesome. What were we saying there, Dennis? You asked a question.
Yeah, George asked the question. What do you think of the future of trading? 80% of it is automated.
Yeah, it's actually, like I said, I've been trading for 3 years, and it's evolved so much from like 3 years ago. Now we're seeing all these short traps, and obviously it's always been like short traps, but I'm saying we're seeing them a lot more. We're seeing like, you know, just more advanced ways of trapping shorts. It's the algorithms taking advantage of that. So we gotta able to adapt and work around these algorithms that are present in trading. I 100% agree that most of these plays that we're trading are all algorithm driven. A lot of it's manipulation, and we got to work around them. We got to find ways to adapt. So yeah, I definitely think it's just gonna continue to be more present. We're probably gonna see a lot more, and all I can say is just we got to work around it and recognize maybe what plays you could detect kind of that algorithm-ish price action, and just adapt to it. If you're not going to be able to adapt to it, you're probably not going to make it in the as a trader. All right, House of Stocks, thank you. I'm definitely gonna watch this live replay and see what went wrong with the speakers in the Discord call with Dennis. So I'm definitely gonna watch this, and I'll try to fix any issues we had. Apologies about that. Yeah, making fiat, it's good. Track them, write them down. Write what plays you see it. What plays you've seen the algo trading on. What plays went on the biggest runs, the biggest squeezes. Because I'm 90% sure that those plays had algos on them, and just watching the tape, watching the price action, watching the volume on those plays, give you a big edge in the future. Because then you'll be able to spot it very early on. I think the live stream's like buffering here.
Just got to refresh it, brother.
Yeah.
Mine was kind of slowing out. I refreshed. It's good to go. But I don't know if you can refresh the stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh the stream. Oh, I don't know what happened, man.
It's all good.
Yeah, sorry if you guys are experiencing any technical issues today on the live stream. See that we're buffering a little bit. Apologies, guys. I'm gonna work on it and make sure everything's good for tomorrow. Alright, looks like it's better now. Yeah, I think everything's good now. Sorry about that. Just a weird day. It's a weird day.
Literally, man. On the markets, too.
Yeah, the market's weird today too.
I think the news, the oil news is kind of in the spook markets, but it just kind of put a dent in.
Yeah, I just think too, maybe like transitioning maybe to like a slower phase. I hope that's not the case. But I think we may be going to like maybe a slower phase soon because we just had tons of runners, tons of rippers. Maybe going through a transitioning phase to a slower market now for small caps.
Could be. How's the market overall doing? Just take a look. SPY's just kind of chilling there.
Yeah,
It's
but
range too. It's not really moving.
usually we do have fall and winter are usually historically the hottest months for penny stocks. So
It is, but I was reading somewhere too that September was like historically like not the best month. I forget who posted it on Instagram, or I read it somewhere that like historically September was never the best month. It's when you get into October, November, and December is when it gets hot. So I don't know how it was for you last year, but if September's a little bit slow, then
I think that's probably that probably is like the overall market. Overall market doesn't really affect small caps too much unless there's like a drastic move, like the market absolutely tanks. Then yes, maybe that will affect the small cap market a little bit, but usually the like the overall market conditions won't affect the small cap market.
that's what I love, bro.
Yeah, that's what's
Cover
awesome about
today.
small caps. Like the market could be down 300 points, 400 points today. Doesn't matter. Small caps could be extremely hot, which is nice. We don't have to worry about that stuff.
That's what I mean. Wake up and there's shit popping when nothing else is moving, And if nothing's moving, then go to Alex's stream and learn about options, Don't waste your money. Go learn something else. Go learn how to trade some options. How's he doing, by the way? I'm gonna give him a little shout out. Say hello to him.
Who?
Hey, who, bro? Alex.
Oh,
What's
Alex.
up? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
That's what
know.
I'm saying.
I didn't know you were talking about.
No offense to you, brother. I love you, but listen, man. If nothing's moving on the small caps, then fuck, save your money. Go join Alex's stream. Go listen to him trade options. See if you can learn something. Learn about big cap option flow, stuff like that. Like super cool. So I put in so many months worth to learn it. I feel it's like the least you could do is tune in and take a look.
Of course, yeah. If you guys I don't know if you guys heard Dennis there, but Alex, my trading partner, he trades options now. He was trading small caps for me for 3-4 years, but now he's full time on options, and he also runs a live stream. So if you guys ever want to check out Alex, go check him out. You go to our main channel, you click on channels, there'll be Velocity Trading Options. So we do have 2 live streams going on right now. So yeah, Dennis, if you want to get going, it's totally cool. If you want to stay here and chat, it's perfectly fine.
Stick around for a couple of minutes. I do gotta go though. I'm gonna go to the sauna today, get a nice little sweat going before work. Just get to kind of clear the brain, stuff like that. Got a chiro appointment on Thursday, so you wanna keep your body as loose as possible.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they hear me. No. Okay. Okay, cool. I thought something was going on in chat. But yeah, bro, I'll stick around for a bit, but nothing's moving. Maybe that's a good thing, It's like a nice slow day on the market. Just take a breath, recalculate everything.
Yeah, Ricky, we could definitely look into, maybe shorting some of these oil stocks. YUMA, just have no borrows on it. So, couldn't even have short that one if I wanted to. But we could definitely see the price of oil correct itself after that huge move. Seed, I'm not sure if you're listening to the stream, but if you are, I did take one trade on ACRS. I did have a long on this pre-market. Had a small winner on it. Only trade of the day. Potentially, if this sets on up, I may look for another trade on it on the long side. If it reclaimed this 175 mark on strong volume, I could look for a long for it then. But right now, not seeing anything on it. at the moment.
No. Hey man, nothing's moving. It's a good opportunity to learn, you know? Go
Yeah,
listen to some podcasts, go listen to some videos, check out stuff you posted before, trade recaps, SMB, all those.
yeah, that's
Give
a
your
great
video.
point. Yeah, guys, that's a great point there, Dennis. When things are slow, it's best to catch up on some other things too. Maybe if you guys are behind, on tracking your setups, or maybe you're behind on some stuff in Excel. Good day to work on some stuff like that. Get some studying in. Maybe go watch some past live streams that I had. Maybe go watch some of those live streams and watch the tape, watch the level 2 on them, watch the charts. Or you guys can go check out that video I made, the trading process. Go watch some trading podcasts. You guys could watch Chat with Traders. Great podcast. Love watching them. Probably the best trading podcast out there. So it's a good day to get some studying in, yeah.
Dude, sick podcast, man. I just posted a link to your YouTube video, the 40-minute video. It's definitely some good gems in there, especially for like rookie traders like myself, just to kind of build on that process pre-market, because that's huge. You gotta have a plan going into this. If you don't have a plan, you're gonna lose money 80% of the time, and those 20% you literally do get just lucky. I learned that the hard way, so make a plan, stick to your plan. If it doesn't work, it's okay.
Yeah, that was definitely the best video I posted on this channel, I think. So I'm going to post that too in Discord. I don't know if I posted in Discord. No, guys, Discord 100% free. 100% free. So right now, I'll probably end the stream a little early today. Probably end it in like maybe 5-10 minutes. So yeah, any last questions, for the last 5-10 minutes, feel free to ask. Dennis, you have anything else?
Brother, just a huge thank you to everyone who came out today, who was in the stream. It's honestly always a pleasure to have so many people out here supporting you and Alex, and I'm just happy to be here and just trying to make it more lively, just kind of add another voice to the mix. But yeah, to any old traders that have been here or new ones, if you guys have like any ideas for podcasts, you want to hear about something specific, you want to do the tape, cool, we can do one. If you want to have questions about, man, even basic stuff like support resistance, and you want to really dive into that, like just ask me. I'm the greenback in Discord, or just write to Nick, and we'll make some videos. And I just can't wait to add more content up so that you guys have something to enjoy.
Awesome, Dennis. Definitely do some podcasts. We actually have one podcast too on the channel. You guys could check that out too. You type in Velocity Trading Podcast. We did it like a few months ago, so we're definitely gonna be doing more in the future for podcast.
What is the best learning material for stocks? Trading videos from old traders that are successful. That's going to help you. Just asking as many questions as you can. Paper trading, it all comes together.
Yeah, so you guys asked a few questions there. Let me scroll back through. What's the max on your penny stock gainers with the float? Not really sure. Maybe you could clear that question up. Not really sure what you mean by that.
Nick, do you want? I actually have something for you guys that might help. I have a position sizing calculator. Do you want me to send it over to you? You can share it with everyone in Discord.
Yeah, post it in the educational tab. Anything to help out the community, help out the traders in there. Same thing with you guys. If you guys have any material, you guys could always feel free to throw it in there.
Alright, let me slap it in there. Where's your educational room?
Man, just a slow, boring day, right?
Yeah, bro. But you know what? I enjoy it. It's fun. It's a little bit.
I guess it's not bad to like keep composed a little, relax a little from the craziness that we have some days.
Yeah, like listen, you still had a bit of a win. Like Poseidon took a small loss. I took a small $4 loss on ACRS. I just didn't like the way it was. I thought it was supposed to break out, but it just didn't. So I just got out for a paper cut. $6 with commissions there. It's all part of the process.
Yeah, like the video I posted, man. It's day trading's all a process. All right, guys. Probably wrap it up in the next like 2-3 minutes here.
Cool. So for anybody who wants it, just posted the position sizing calculator, the Excel spreadsheet. It's super intuitive. You guys just put in your account size, follow the steps. There's little notes that you can kind of hover over, and it'll tell you. If you click on it and hover over it, it'll tell you exactly how to use it, and it's going to give you a step-by-step on your max share size for your risk, so 10, 15, 20, 30 cents. And it tells you the trailing stop loss as well, so it's super good. Second entry calculator, it's really nice.
All right, guys. Another minute or two. Answer any last questions here. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, supporting the stream every day. It really means a lot to us. And just, as we said, slow day. Get some studying in. Maybe go watch some past live streams. I have a few educational videos up there and on my channel. I'll be continuing to post more. If you guys have any video ideas too, I'll probably be making a video either today or tomorrow. So make sure you guys shoot me some video ideas over in Discord. George, really appreciate that, man. Yeah, I could definitely look to maybe do a pattern video either today or tomorrow. I did get some other good video ideas. Ricky made gave me a good idea. Maybe post some videos on how to spot out maybe pump and dumps versus spotting out some real good liquid volume plays. How long have I been trading for? I've been trading for 3 years, a little over 3 years now.
Alright, brother, man. I'm gonna run out. You guys have a wonderful day today. Hope you guys have fun. Enjoy the sun if it's sunny for you. If not, just take it easy. I'll be back on 7 a.m. tomorrow, so hopefully we'll see everybody here.
All right, catch you later, Dennis. Thank you for hopping on with me today.
My pleasure, Brody. Anytime. I'll see you tomorrow.
Later.
Bye.
All right, guys. Dennis is out. I'll probably be heading out in a few moments here. All right, see a lot of you guys are hopping off too. I think I'm gonna hop off as well. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in every day. I really appreciate the support. If you guys have any questions, you could always DM me too in Discord. Don't feel shy. I'll answer any questions you guys have, and I'll be over in Discord helping you guys out. And that's gonna be it for today. We'll be back at it again tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we have some more opportunity, and we have some newer plays on our hands tomorrow. So thank you all, and that's gonna be it for me. Peace.